All right, in this podcast, we're going to talk about percent yield. All right, so basically percent yield is the percentage of products that you were supposed to get based on your calculations that you actually did get. The formula for it is percent yield equals the actual yield divided by the theoretical yield times 100. Okay, the theoretical yield is the amount that you could get if everything went perfect. So it's what we calculate. The actual yield is what happens in real life, which we actually get in lab. All right, so we're going to calculate a little bit. So this one is an example problem talking about aluminum and bromine, and it's producing aluminum bromide. It says we have 6 grams of aluminum, and we end up with 50.3 grams of aluminum bromide in the laboratory. All right, so hopefully you realize that this 50.3 right here, that is our actual yield, okay? That's what actually happened in lab, okay? Now, I need to do some stoichiometry to get the theoretical yield. All right, so first off, we need a balanced equation. So we've got aluminum plus bromine, which is a diatomic, makes aluminum bromide. All right, now make sure your equation is balanced. All right, there we go. All right, so we got 6 grams of aluminum, and we need to find out how many grams of this we have. So this is a gram-gram problem. So we got 6 grams of aluminum over 1. Take it to the mole. So we're going to put the molar mass of aluminum down here. And next step is going to be our mole ratio. We have a 2-to-2 ratio here. So 2 moles of Al and 2 moles of AlBr3. All right, last step. We're going to go back to grams, but we're going to go to grams of AlBr3 this time. So we need to get the molar mass of that, which is 266.68 grams. All right, now I'm going to multiply across the top, divide by what's on bottom. That will give me my theoretical yield. All right, and I get a yield of, all right, so I got our theoretical yield to be 59.3 grams. So that's the theoretical. Up there is our actual, the 0.3. Now the percent yield formula is actual divided by theoretical times 100. So I'm going to take my 0.3 divided by my 59.3 times 100, and that's going to give me my percent yield. So perform a little bit of math here, and I have a yield of 0.5%. All right, here's a second example problem. All right, we're given the equation this time, told that the percent yield is 74.3%, and then we're told if we have 10 grams of mercury and 9 grams of bromine, how much HBr2 would we produce? Okay, so before I can get to the actual yield, I've got to get to the theoretical yield. Because I have 2 starting amounts, I'm going to have to do a limiting reactant problem. So I got my 10 grams of mercury over 1 times, all right, need the molar mass of mercury, so 200.59 grams, and then we got our 1 mole. All right, and then if you look up there in the equation, you'll notice that it's all 1-to-1 ratios. So 1 mole of Hg is equal to 1 mole of HgBr2. And then last but not least, we need to take it back to grams, so we need to do the molar mass of HgBr2. And I got 360.39 grams. All right, now we're going to perform math, get that answer. And for this one, I've got 18 grams. Okay, now you're going to go back and you're going to do the bromine. So I got 9 grams of bromine over 1. All right, need my molar mass of Br2 down here. which is 159.8 grams. All right, and then my ratio between BR2 and HgBr2 is 1:1. All right, and then last, my molar mass of my HgBr2, which I had for my previous problem. All right, perform the math, and let's see what our answer is. All right, so I got 20.3 grams. All right, so according to limiting reactants, we want to go with the smallest amount. So this is what we should theoretically get. So that's our theoretical. And we have the percent yield right here. It was given to us. Now we've got to find the actual. So we know that percent yield is equal to actual, which is what we're trying to find, over theoretical. Our theoretical in this case is 18, and then times 100. All right, so I'm going to replace the percent yield over here with the actual percent yield, which is 74.3%. All right, now we got to solve for the actual. So first thing I want to do is I want to divide by 100 on both sides. I'd cancel that one out. So now I've got 0.743 is equal to my actual, which is what I'm looking for, over 18. Cross multiply it up. And my actual yield is 13.4 grams. All right, so there's your actual.